All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Well, we were in Paris last night.
We were.
We
It was
got some
wonderful.
berets while we were there, and we wish that you were with us. Some of you may have been, actually.
Yeah, there were some people
There
with
were
us.
some people that were with us, but it was a great night. What were we doing in Paris, Heather?
Well, we ended up there. It was just one of those things. We were traveling through
Traveling
Europe,
through Europe.
and just like Hahnemann, we ended up in Paris for the last part of our trip.
Yes, because Hahnemann, Dr. Hahnemann, who discovered the system of medicine that we call homeopathy, he ended up in Paris and during the last decade of his life, and we talked about him and some of the things he did, and gave a little overview of his discoveries in his life, and it was a
Yeah,
good time. It was a really good
I,
time.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. In case you guys really are wondering what we're talking about, since it's a little cryptic, and if you have no idea, you might be thinking that we are
we're
day
just
drinking.
crazy.
We are
Yeah,
not
this
day drinking.
is tea, I promise. 100% tea.
And mushroom coffee, not the psychedelic kind. Mm. Anyway, in case you're wondering, we were traveling through Paris because we were giving an overview last night during our Similars Sisterhood online event about practical homeopathy, about the history of homeopathy, about Hahnemann, and all of that kind of stuff. And we had a great time. It was a fantastic night. Um,
Great
so
kickoff.
it was a great kickoff to the Similars Sisterhood online event. But what we really don't want you guys to think is that you're missing out on everything. So if you have FOMO right now, which I'm
Because
sure
who
you
wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
who would not be completely jealous of us in this moment since we've been
Okay.
traveling all over Europe.
With our jaunty red beret.
um, if you are having FOMO right now, and want to be a part of that event, it is not too late.
Nope.
You should have emails in your inbox from last week because we did the online challenge. If you registered for the online challenge, you will definitely have emails in your inbox. We
Mhm.
also have linked to it on this group in the past. Um,
Yes, we'll post it again.
and we will post it again. It'll be in the comments of this video. But we really want you guys to know that you can still jump in. And we have a couple of really special guests. So, as if me and Nicole and Heather are not fun enough, we actually have two special guests that are joining us this week for our online event, Joette Calabrese and Kate Birch. Joette, most of you probably know who she is, but in case you don't, she is our mentor and friend. She is the person that runs the school that we graduated from, the Academy of Practical Homeopathy, and she's an excellent teacher. And her passion is teaching moms how to use homeopathy in their homes. And she's passed that passion on to us, and of course, that's what we're also trying to do.
Because
But
it is not for most people that
right,
I would look like this.
exactly. We wouldn't put on a red beret for just anyone. Only for our very special friends. But Joette is going to be doing a presentation during our Similar Sisterhood online event today. And we really are hoping that some more of you will join us live for that event. It's coming. Her session will be from 1 to about 2:30 today, and it's going to be called Kitchen Table Prescribing. And the reason that she called it that is because she is going to be taking a case in front of us as if she were helping a neighbor that is suffering from a cold or flu. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe it's both.
Something.
And colds and flus are kind of hard to deal with in a lot of ways because we have a lot of very shall we say impatient views about the way sickness should go when we have a cold or flu.
Yeah.
And Joette is going to talk to us about what our expectations should be when we're using a modality like homeopathy, which does not suppress our symptoms. And anyway, I'm super excited about hearing her do that. Of course, we've seen her take a lot of cases because we've gone through her schooling, but it's always fun to hear something live. And we've watched recordings of her taking cases, but we've not ever seen one live, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, and I think it'll just give people a good idea as to kind of giving them an idea of the process that you go through,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it's not always as, not that this is going to be formal, but it's not always this, but as a mom or as a caregiver, we're wanting you to learn how to assess, how to look and observe and use your medical detective skills to hone in, and that is what is going to help you know which remedies to choose. It's going to help you know what direction to go when someone is suffering from something like a cold or a flu or maybe a minor injury, things like that.
Right.
It's learning how to look and see what is happening with that person, what symptoms they're experiencing, and then matching that with a remedy that is going to help address that situation.
Right. So we're pretty excited about it. But even if you can't join us live for that today, or can't even come to any of the sessions live, the cool thing about this is that it is going to be recorded. And we have a special pricing that will last until the end of the event, and then that special pricing will go away and the price will go up for the event. So even if you think that you might watch the recordings in the future, now is definitely the time to go ahead and get your ticket to this. So we are also going to be covering a lot of other stuff this week. Heather, tell them.
Tonight is going to be our other cohort, Nicole, who is momming right now. She is going to be doing a whole talk on chronic illness and how we can. Would you straighten your beret?
I know, my beret is it's bothering me.
Oh, goodness. Anyways, Nicole's going to be talking about chronic illness and how homeopathy can address things that people deal with in a more chronic situation. Because a lot of times when we first start out, we are learning for those like first aid situations, the colds, the flus, the sore throats, the ear infections, things like that. And homeopathy is wonderful for those, but it can also be used to address much more serious long-term conditions. And so she is going to be going in depth with that. And so you're definitely not going to want to miss that. I'm so excited because this is something that is near and dear to Nicole's heart. And so I know that there's going to be so much amazing information shared in that. And honestly, the whole rest of the week, we have Kate Birch on Friday afternoon talking about where immunity even begins with people. Because this is such a buzzword now of we want to boost our immunity. We want to have strong immune systems. Well, where does that even start? So she's going to be delving into that. Friday night, I'm going to talk a little bit about detox and how homeopathy works in conjunction with that. And then Saturday, you and Kate are going to be diving into the whole world of homeoprophylaxis, natural immunization, all of that kind of stuff. So that is the thing that we're really excited about to have her in there as well. And then Sunday, we're wrapping it all up with a roundtable. So that's going to be a place where if you're part of the event, you can ask questions throughout the week, and we will answer all those questions on Sunday night live on Zoom, of course, with with all of us together answering those questions. So it's shaping up to be a fun week.
Well, and if you guys aren't familiar with Kate Birch, she actually has done a ton of research. She's done a scientific study that lasted for 50 months on children who wanted to take the natural route for immunization. She wrote this book and several others. There's another one here on my floor that she wrote because I've been diving in very deeply to all of her resources this week. Because I'm going to be teaching about homeoprophylaxis, but a lot of the information actually comes from her. And she's going to be presenting her scientific research on homeoprophylaxis on Saturday afternoon. And how often do you get a chance to hear directly from a person who did the research project for something like this? It's very seldom that you get to do that. She based her research on Dr. Isaac Golden's approaches to researching this topic. And he did a 15-year study on homeoprophylaxis using over 2,300 participants. And that is an amazing read. If you ever want to read about his findings, it's an incredible, incredible journey that he's gone on. And he did that in Australia. So she brought his methods to the United States. It's basically a clinical trial. It's not a randomized study. So there's two different kinds of studies. There's a randomized study, and then there's a clinical study. So this is a clinical study, and both of them have done these. They're very in depth. They went to great lengths to make sure that it was they used the scientific process for it, and their findings were pretty interesting. If you have any interest in avoiding the side effects that are associated with certain things, but you also know that we need to deal with these different illnesses, and we need to have a way to prevent them. You don't want to just ignore it. And so, in my opinion, I don't see why it matters how we prevent it, as long as it's getting prevented. So I prefer
this whole week is just filled with like so much learning, so much and just again being able to have Joette Calabrese and Kate Birch here has been such an amazing blessing for all of that. And I can't wait to hear. I'm like counting the hours down until Joette gets on here with us. So if it's not too late to sign up, and again, even if you are going to not be able to make all of the different sessions, when you check out the link, you'll be able to see the times that everything is going to be. But again, everything's recorded, and you have lifetime access to the recordings. So again, oh my gosh, my door just slammed.
I thought it was your beret.
No,
I thought your beret was sliding off, and it was just shocking to
me. It's starting to rain here, and the wind just picked up and like slammed my door shut.
I can see you're like kind of getting nervous.
And me. Oh,
I was noticing there was some nervousness happening, and I was like, "What's going on over there in Ohio?"
Casper didn't like that sound. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's okay.
It's a scary sound.
We're gonna get off here, but anyways, hopefully you guys, we will see you later on this afternoon or evening, whichever you can make it for. And
and check out the link below if you haven't signed up for the event. It's an amazing one. We're gonna have over 25 hours of teaching for just practically nothing, really, considering how much time has gone into it.
It's a great price.
It's a great price. So check it out. Go to the site, and we'll see you hopefully today. Later. Bye.
Bye.